kids, it's math time. Are you ready? Let's start. Our learning outcome for today is for you to construct squares, rectangles, triangles, circles, half circles, and quarter circles using cutouts and square grids. And to identify what are straight lines, curvy lines, flat surface, and curved surface in three-dimensional objects. So shall we start? Let's go. Let's have our past question of the day. Here is our question. Which of the following are made up of straight lines? I repeat, which of the following are made out of straight lines? Is it A, B, C, or D? I'll give you 1 minute to analyze the picture. Time's up. Let's check your answer. The correct answer here is letter B. As you can see, straight line from the top, from the sides, and from the bottom. And the other ones are made out of curved lines. Now, let's go with the next activity. Our next activity is which way to the exit? Okay, you're just going to identify which of the following numbers is the way to the exit. So I have here, I'll give you 10 seconds to identify how will the bird get to the tree. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Which number will she go? Is it 1, 2, or 3? Answer is 2. He will go to the way 2. Okay, now he's in the tree. Now, what kinds of lines do you see? Okay, we have curved lines. Later on, you will learn more about this thing. Let's go with our first topic. Shapes. I know this is an easy topic, but I want you to listen. What are shapes? Shapes are form of an object or its outline, outer boundary or outer surface. So we can find different basic shapes. So we have here, what shape is this? Circle. Okay, how about this one? What shape is this? Okay, we have rectangle. Now, we have different shapes such as two-dimensional, which we have the square, rectangle, and oval. So here are some of the examples. Okay, so there are a lot of shapes. So here are some of the two-dimensional. Okay, now let's check what are three-dimensionals. Three-dimensional shapes are the rectangular prism, cylinder, sphere, and the objects around us, such as this one. Okay. So so if we say three-dimensional, it's not flat anymore. Okay? It's not flat anymore, but you can already hold it. Okay? It has, okay, for example, this one. You can hold it. Three-dimensional. Okay. So now let's look at the different shapes. First shape is a triangle. What is a triangle? Okay, well done. Shape that has three sides. We can also say shape that has 3 points because we have point 1, point 2, point 3. Here are some examples. Okay, so these shapes are triangle. They may not be perfect, but they all have 3 sides. Okay, so what do I mean by 3 points? Let's look at this. 3 points. So 1, 2, and 3. So that are triangle. Okay, let's go with the next one. What about this one? Square. What is a square? If your answer is shape with 4 sides, you are wrong. The correct explanation for a square is shape that has 4 equal sides. So a square is only considered as a square if it is equal to all sides. Okay? Equal to all sides. Now, there is another four-side shape, which is what we call rectangle. Okay. Now, this shape has 4 sides, but the pairs of the sides opposite to each other, so I have here opposite to each other are parallel. Okay, and has the same length. So if you see length, same length on the opposite side. Okay, so here are the example. They are not equal. One is longer, one is shorter. Okay, so that is a rectangle. Next, we have circle. Circle is a shape that is round and has no corners or no edges. Here's an example of a circle. But remember, circle can be into two more parts, which is we have the half circle. So it is the exact half of a circle. So if you put another half, it will form one circle. And we have the quarter circle, which means that the circle is cut into 4 parts. In half, we cut the circle into two parts. For the quarter circle, we divide or we cut it into 4 equal parts. So we have half circle and quarter circle. Now, let's go to the next one, which is all about lines and curves. Can you see around you lines and curves? Great. Now let's try to identify what are these lines and curves in three-dimensional objects. Let's discuss first what are lines or what are straight lines. Straight lines, it doesn't have a curve, it's straight. Okay, and we have the curved lines, which is a wavy line. Now, let's check this into objects. If we are talking about straight lines, we are talking about flat surfaces. Flat. If we say about flat, flat. It is straight. Let's check. What are some examples that you can see at home? Great. That is correct. So we can also see flat surfaces on a dice, on a table, on a box, on a table mat, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of flat surfaces as long as it is flat. Okay, next. How about if we are seeing curved lines? It means it has curved objects. Okay, so an example of this is a ball, a scotch tape, curved, or we can also say an alcohol, curved. It is curved, not straight, curved. So that are curved surfaces, floaters, and of course, apple. So these are all curved surfaces. Now, that are simple topics. Now let's check objects that both has the same flat and curved surfaces. So if we mean by that, we can see an example right here. Okay, this container has a flat surface and a curved surface. What else can you think of as a flat and curved surfaces example? Okay, great. So here are some more examples. We have a can. If you can see, it can stand up because it has flat surfaces. Then if you lie it down, it will roll. That means it is curved. We have the bucket. Same, it can stand up because it has a flat surface and a curved surface also. Of course, our glass. It is circular and flat. Okay, so here are just some of the examples. You can see a lot of things around you that will be able or you can be able to describe as flat and curved surfaces. Now for our activity for today, here's the instruction. I need you to have a colored paper, a bond paper, and a scissors. You can, if you don't have a colored paper, you may use used magazine as long as it has color. Okay, you can use scrap papers. It's all right as long as it has color. And one bond paper where you will be putting your activity. Now, what I need you to do is to cut out shapes that you learned today. So you learned how many shapes? So we have triangle, square, rectangle, circle, half circle, quarter circle. Now I want you to cut shapes. Okay, now be careful in using the scissors. You may ask help from your guardians so that you will not be hurt or to avoid accidents. Now, teacher, what will we do with the cutout shapes? Now, I want you to plan. What can you make or what can you form with the cutout shapes? You can form a figure or you can make something creative out of the cutout shapes. So, for example, a robot. Now, I want you to try to maximize all the shapes that you learned in making a robot. There is a lot of things that you can make with cutout shapes. Okay? Be creative as you can. Now, next, after pasting the cutout shapes to form a figure or to make something creative, I need you now to take a picture of two flat surfaces and two curved surfaces at home. So just take a picture. For example, if you have a Rubik's Cube, you can take a picture of that. Then tell it what is it? Is it a curve or a flat surface? Okay. Now, once you're done with all these activities, I want you to take a picture of your output of the cutout shapes and the four pictures and then upload it in the link in Genio. You will see it in week 7, day 2 FLD. We have link for submission shape. And of course, lastly, you need to answer one question in the Padlet and evaluate shapes. After that, you may now rest. I hope that you learned something today. It's very simple a topic, but I know that you will surely enjoy the activity I made for you. I will be waiting for it.